He's charged in one of the most notorious cold case killings in modern American history. And this morning, the man known as Keffe D is breaking his silence from behind bars. Nearly 30 years ago, became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keffe D. Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Foxy Brown, she came out and said that Jay-Z, he had parts in what happened with Tupac. Now, where Snoop Dogg get wrapped up in this at, it's because Snoop Dogg was beefing with Suge Knight around that time. So this is what made everybody who was actually investigating the case, made them go and look at every aspect of this whole incident that happened with Tupac. Now, I would like to say R.I.P. Tupac. I would like to send my condolences out to him. And I would like to say get well to his family, because I know that they still grieving right now to this day, 28 years later. It took them a long time to come and get Keffe D for what he did, but Keffe D, he been throwing rocks and hiding his hands. He knew that they was going to eventually come and pick him up sooner or later. Now, they tried to act like Snoop Dogg had parts in what happened. I don't really know how true that is. I hope it ain't true. And I want everybody to understand Snoop Dogg, he loved Tupac. He wanted Tupac and him to make a lot of music and continue on for years. It was so many people who sat right there and said that Suge Knight, if he would have never got into it with Diddy, dude would have never got shot at that club that Suge Knight was at when they instantly made all them leave out that club. And then next thing you know, P. Diddy, he's standing behind the security guard, and then dude shot the dude that was actually with Suge Knight, which ignited the beef and made it to where it'll never be, like, it's no ending to it. Like, I can't even cap about it. I can't even put no time limit on it, like, at the end of the day, because we know for a fact it ain't no limitations on murder, and it ain't no limitations on get back. When they did that to that dude that Suge Knight was real close with, that's when everything just spiraled out of control. And I want everybody to hit the like button if you a fan of Tupac. If you feel that Tupac was set up, drop the RIP Tupacs down in the comment section. We reading all comments. Everybody knew that Diddy, he was one of the main ones who kept on actually going out there provoking these guys. All bad.
Shakur was shot 4 times after leaving the Mike Tyson boxing match in Las Vegas in a car driven by Marion Suge Knight, the head of his label, Death Row Records.
So I jumped in my Hummer and we drove to Vegas. Suge was at home. He was standing up, but he had like a patch up. His hair was wrapped up. And he came and explained to us as far as what had happened.
Now, Tupac, he sat there and listened to everything that Diddy had to say after he got shot up. That's when Keffe D started going around telling everybody he did it. When Tupac, he's sitting back like, wait, I'm hearing it from the East Coast and the West Coast that Keffe D, the dude who a part of the Crips or whatever, he was the one who actually was in the same car as the dude that did it. You feel me? And I want y'all to know, it's sad, man, because the way that they did it, they made so many attempts on Tupac. Don't forget, the car that pulled off from that studio that they was in, when they actually called Tupac to the studio, when Tupac knew that he saw Diddy in the window, Tupac pressed the elevator. He went up in the lobby, pressed the elevator. He saw Diddy, you feel me? He saw Diddy homies. They come down the stairs to try to come get him, but It's some other dudes who ran around the side and instantly started shooting them up. But what Tupac saw them hop in that car. That's why I keep telling y'all, Keffe D, he was involved in a lot of stuff that happened. He was like Diddy personal hitman toy, because Diddy toyed him around wherever he wanted him to go, and he did it. Everybody know for a fact that you can't look at something and say it ain't that. You got to call a spade, regardless of how they look at it. I would like to say, man, Snoop Dogg, you got to stay out the way, and you got to watch the people you hang around, because they trying to get you caught up in what happened with Tupac. Regardless of what beef y'all had going on, nobody knows the secret stuff or the secret animosity that y'all had against each other. You got to actually look at the facts and what's really going on. And I'm starting to really see, like, it's a lot of people who, they thought that Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight was going to actually, they was going to either fight or actually something was going to happen. Because, you know, Snoop Dogg was a part of the Crips and Suge Knight was a part of the Blood. So you already know how that is. That gang war, they instantly could have started a big gang war between all that went down and transpired. I would like to say, man, Diddy bogus, because he got a lot of people names mentioned up in this. They not going to just go around telling the same lie, and these people don't know each other. I want y'all to know, they said that Snoop Dogg, they going to question him and try to see what he know. At the end of the day, Foxy Brown, she told it all. You already know for a fact, Diddy, he ain't just put up that $1 million by himself, when there was so many other people who wanted to get Tupac out the way from the beginning. I'm not going to even just try to look at that one aspect of this whole equation. I'm going to look at every angle, and I'm going to put all the pieces together, and I'm going to see, compare and contrast. Is this true? Okay, this may not be true, and let me put what seemed like it could be true in the middle. Y'all already know how it go, man. That's sad. People need to watch the people that they hang around, man. And there's a lot of people who knew that Diddy, he got a lot of people knocked off. And when I say knocked off, he got a lot of people hit up. That's why Tupac made that song. He already knew what was going on. Tupac didn't like Diddy. And I want y'all to hit the like button if you feel that Tupac wasn't wrong for not liking Diddy. Look what just came out and all them allegations and all the stuff he did to all them people. He even blew up Kid Cudi's car. Kid Cudi was trying to real life just, you feel me, on the side, mess with Cassie, because Cassie, you feel me, she was acting like she was single. We don't know how true that is, but this is what they said. But you see how Diddy got down, and look what happened. He done dragged Snoop Dogg name in it, Jay-Z name in it, Foxy Brown, J-Lo, and a lot of more other people, man. And the feds ain't gonna play no games. From my knowledge, I know that the feds got a 99% conviction rate, and it's actually documented that the feds, they don't come right away. They come and get you when you least suspect it. They come and get you 5, 10 years later. Tupac, I would like to say, man, you would still be here with us right now if they would have never planned to get you out the way. It took all them just to get one guy. It should have never even took all that. Like, Tupac made them that mad, and I want y'all to let me know if y'all think that Tupac, he shined on them so hard to the point where they said, we gonna put up a whole M. We gonna put up $1 million to get him. And next thing you know, they, like everybody who was with Diddy and them, who was plotting, they start getting into it with each other alone while everything going on with what happened with Tupac. Now, I want y'all to know, everything that they saying, and keep in mind, Greg Cater, that dude right there, he investigating everything that's going down, and he said he gonna make it to where Keffe D can't get out of jail. And I want everybody to know, if you know Keffe D, you know Keffe D been on the streets for a long time, parlaying around, acting like he was the one that did it. But then he tried to come out and say, like, hey, I ain't do that. I ain't had nothing to do with it, man. I promise you, I can show y'all paperwork. I can show y'all footage. I ain't do that. I wasn't even out there when that happened. How true is that? Once you lie one time, a person ain't gonna believe you the next time. If you lie once, you gonna always lie at the end of the day. And I know a lot of people know for a fact that you cannot go out here in these streets thinking that you're gonna get away with everything. What's done in the dark will come to the light. And I would like to say, Everybody who was right there, because keep in mind, J-Lo was right there with Diddy when everything was going down with Tupac. They was in a relationship the whole time everything went down. J-Lo, she kept on saying like, Diddy, if you do this, it's gonna be consequences behind this. Diddy, he didn't care. He had no remorse for nobody. You see what he did to Cassie. You see what happened to Kim Porter. You see what happened to Keffe D. You see what happened to everybody, including Al B. Shore, who tested Diddy. I don't know if it's true that he had something to do with what happened with Biggie, but that's what they saying.